Hi everyone, and welcome to this short video about how to locate doctoral dissertations and master's theses on quality management at the NECB eLibrary. The database that I'd like to show you is called the ProQuest Dissertations and Theses Global Database. It is the largest database of its kind on the market as far as doctoral dissertations and master's theses. It has about 2.7 million dissertations and theses in it. About 1.4 million of the 2.7 are full text. The other 1.3 are just citations and abstracts. If you choose not to limit your search, which you can do to just full text, and you retrieve results that are just a citation and abstract, you have the option of purchasing the dissertation or thesis from ProQuest directly. At present they charge, I believe, $38 for a PDF, but to avoid all that and say I just want to find something that's full text in this database, I encourage you whenever you're doing searches in here to click on full text. Now if you're running a search in here, what you can do is, I always recommend that you start off with the advanced search page rather than the basic search page, and the reason for that is the advanced search page just gives you a lot more power. In here what you can do is you can type in some search terms, let's say total quality management. And in this database, I advise you, if you're going to search a phrase like this, to search it in quotes, because if you don't put it in quotes, then the database is going to read it as total and quality and management, and you may get results that have really little to do with what you want. So make sure if you're going to put in a phrase, put it in quotes. Over here you have a number of options. This drop down. You can see you could say what you want those words to appear in the document title or the document text or the abstract. I'm going to say anywhere except full text. So the words total quality management have to appear either in the title of the paper or in the abstract of the paper. And my reasoning is if those words happen to appear in those two sections, then the paper is most likely about total quality management. Now what we can do further before we hit the search button is we can say, well, I think I want it just full text. Publication date. This database runs back to the mid-18th century. Not that the term total quality management has been in existence that long, but still, if you want something really fairly current, you could say, let's say last 5 years. So I'm going to run it as total quality management, anywhere except full text, and last 5 years. Search brings up 67. So there's 67 doctoral dissertations or master's theses in here which deal with total quality management. And I can go down here, and you'll also notice there's a little button here, doctoral dissertations. Now these are dissertations and theses. You could, if you wanted to, click on that button and then it will refine the results just to doctoral dissertations. So you have that option available to you. So let me run one more search so that you have a little bit more understanding of how this database works. I'm going to clear form so it doesn't hold in retain those terms. I'm going to go down the page here and I can do a subject heading search. Every single paper in this database is tagged with a subject heading. So in this case, it could possibly be a paper on total quality management or some other term in that subject in which the search term is not in the title of the paper or the abstract. This is another way of approaching, and it may be just a paper that's on Six Sigma, for example, and it's tagged with the subject heading Six Sigma. So what we can do is look up the subject and see if there's one on Six Sigma, which I happen to know there is because I just ran a search on it as a test. Six Sigma is here, and when I click Six Sigma, it's going to bring up this as a result. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to say add to search. And search, and I will get 151 results. And of the 151, I can say, well, I think I want to cut that a little bit further. I'm going to say a date range of, let's say, 2010. Update. And that cuts it down to 80. So there are 80 papers in here which are, if I wanted to, again, I could click doctoral dissertations and limit it further, but there are 80 papers in here which are tagged with the subject heading Six Sigma, and this is how you would go about doing that. Any questions on this database further, please always contact the reference desk at the library. I'm delighted to help you. Thanks.